Nurul Islam. I'm from Bangladesh. I belong from a Muslim family. My parents and my sisters are Muslim. Even my older relatives are Muslim. I came to the UK in 2009 to pursue higher study. I was a practicing Muslim when I was back home. While I'm studying in here, I have gone through some secular books. I have read some famous writer like Richard Dawkins and some other atheist um, writers. I actually was when I was a child always I had like a rational mind. That's why I used to ask so many questions to the Islamic priest. I actually never get any answer from any of the priests, and I have been told not to ask these questions again just because of it's prohibited by the Islamic law. I have watched so many talk shows of the Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, like this, all the famous atheist, secular, humanist people, all the intellectual peoples. I actually was convinced that the religions, all the religions, not even Islam, are fake. As no point to believe on these types of religion, organized religion. And slowly, it's not an overnight process to be an atheist straight away. It can't be. So it takes actually a long time for me to understand how the religion works and what is in there. I had to go through the Quran, Hadith. I had to go through the Bible and some Gitas, and after all the studies rationally, and then actually convinced that there's all these things are fake. I believe in evolution. Yeah, it's not about the belief. This is the fact actually how it works. The reason I'm telling these things because once I understand all these things, I got separated. I was actually separated from my family. I was separated from my relatives, from my friends and everything. I was actually basically I was almost isolated from the society. Even now, that was actually not the problem for me. The problem started when I disclosed my views, my thoughts on online social media and blogs and all this stuff. Then I got lots of threats, abuse, assault, trolling. The problem started actually in 2013. That year actually very significant for me because in 2013 in Bangladesh, where I'm from, there was actually a movement started. It's called Shahbag movement. That movement actually was based on all the secular bloggers. All we get together, yeah, we protest a decision of the tribunal. One of the because in 1971 there were we know all the war happened between East Pakistan and West Pakistan. And in this war, the leader of some Islamic group actually was the enemy, and the court trial gave the decision in 2013. This is one of the famous leader named Kader Mullah is a life sentence. But we at the blogger, we were not happy of the tribunal decision at that time because the Kader Mullah is the Islamic leader. He was the murderer of more than 300 people. He was such a criminal. We actually asked for the death penalty. And that's the reason actually the Islamic people and Islamic parties, leaders all actually got angry and all they started killing of the bloggers one by one. Many of them actually was murdered from 2013 till 2018. So it's like all the same mentality people, my same mentality people, who are bloggers, secular mentality, atheist, or highly intellectual people. My name was on their list. They actually made a list of 172 bloggers needs to be killed. And one of my other friend, he used to live in US. He is a scientist. His name is Abhijit Roy. He is a blogger and writer. He visited Bangladesh while this movement happened, the Shahbag. He visited, and he was actually murdered by these Islamist people. His wife was with him. Her name was Bonna Ahmed, and she lost her two fingers on this. Luckily, she survived, but her husband wasn't. Like an ex-Muslim, his life is much more harder because Islam doesn't allow to be an atheist because the penalty is a straightway death penalty for us. We should be free. Actually, in any Islamic countries, there is no freedom of speech. Definitely not. You can't speak out against this Islamic rituals. Definitely not. It's impossible. That's the actually problem of surviving in this world as an atheist. I don't know the solution. I don't know when it's gonna be fixed. And all it is, we are struggling to survive every single minute.